Welcome back to Between the Ashes and Paladin Gaming. This is the Epilogue.
When our children reflect on these moments, how will they view us? Our actions control the course of the future, but we live in a time where our choices reflect little of what we have overcome. I can't help but think that we are blindly walking on a path that has already been laid out. Like a music piece, we follow a pattern to an inevitable ending. History taunts us as we move toward our fate. Are there so few that desire a future better than the legacy we inherited? It is as if we are a lost generation, with little interest in our fate. We make our choices, but our options are dictated by time. Only when our enemies return will we be able to judge our actions. We are slaves to our circumstances. Amidst the chaos, all we offer is silence.
Is it finished? The Antaresian criminals assisted our search in exchange for protection. The device is complete, then? It's being installed now. What of Osmandius? The new Federation aided the destruction of the Cardinal as well as the Terran Admiral's surrender. The Antaresian military is growing unexpectedly quick. Then let us learn if this was worth the effort. Set coordinates and begin. Signal detected. Coordinates locked. Awaiting expansion. May our sacrifice hail the return of the destroyers. I don't like how they're facing the sun. Voice in 3726-8 system, Alliance testing site. And credits. Between the ashes, we inherit the legacy of ghosts who haunt these ruins. Operation Market and Operation Garden. Oh! This has credits for the other parts of the anthology. So this is spoiling what's coming next a little bit. Howl Torpedo model and maps by Question Mark Rit from Blue Planet. So while this is running, I would just like to say this was a beautiful campaign. The difficulty is a little uneven in places, but it's really well put together, super clean, and I am very happy to have played it. Despite the occasional rage. Overall, this was a real blast, and I loved it. I love it. So I would just like to thank the Between the Ashes team for putting this together. And if you need voice acting services on future projects, I will be happy to do it for you. I'll be happy to take part. Yeah, obviously, I can't do everything. I'm only one voice. We seem to be missing Wingman 6 and 7. Wingman 6 and 7 in there. Yeah, this has a... the third part of this anthology is a remake of Operation Templar, and I've already played and recorded and uploaded the Freespace ports version of Operation Templar, and I'm going to, once I get to Operation Templar in here, I am going to I'm going to publish them side by side the same way I did Silent Threat and Silent Threat Reborn. We are crediting everybody, as is right and proper, of course. Because the credits for the source code project don't really get shown most places. As you can see, there are a lot of people who have worked to make the Freespace source code project and Freespace Open what it is today. There is a solid 20 years of all volunteer work behind improving what Volition released in 1999. And it is amazing that this has gone on this long, and also wonderful because this is a fantastic game, especially for those of us who grew up with the 90s era space flight simulators, which basically have not been made as a genre since Freespace 2. Star Wars Squadrons was a little bit of a throwback to it, but it's not doesn't have the same depth of story and work in it as Freespace Open does. So, a huge thank you to everyone involved. And I am happy to have been involved in some small part only in voice acting and testing. I was not involved in this mod, but I have worked on other mods for the Freespace Open project with voice acting and play testing. And I am going to get to all of those. They're mostly post-Capella, so they'll be coming after the Freespace 2 campaign. Special thanks to Volition for making Freespace 2 such a great game, David Baranek for giving us the code and keeping us sanity checked. The software uses libraries from FMIG projects. Alright. It looks like the end. And it loops again. So we don't need to see the loop, because that's going to do the same thing all over. So, this has been Between the Ashes, and we will check the newsroom and the map one last time, and then go into the next part.